Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. The Lakers remain interested in making a big deal and signing Walker Kessler. Western Conference rivals have strong centers on their rosters, and the Lakers only have DeAndre Ayton, who is reliable. Bringing in Walker Kessler would give the Lakers another big center who could alternate with DeAndre Ayton and terrorize the West. The Los Angeles Lakers were able to plug a few glaring holes in their rotation this offseason by acquiring the former number 1 overall pick in the 2018 NBA Draft DeAndre Ayton along with the 2022 Defensive Player of the Year winner Marcus Smart. While the Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka succeeded at surrounding the franchise's 26-year-old phenom Luka Doncic with complementary pieces, more work is left to be done throughout the 2025-26 campaign. In fact, one NBA writer has suggested that the organization may receive another chance at landing a longtime trade target from the Utah Jazz to further strengthen their unit of lob-catching bigs for Doncic to connect with on offense. Trading in the NBA is all about leverage, fan-sided Sviatoslav Revanchuk wrote Friday. When it comes to Walker, Kessler, the Jazz are quickly losing it, while the Lakers have rapidly gained that aspect in these specific negotiations. Pelinka can comfortably enter any trade negotiations with the Jazz from a point of strength, not weakness. If the Lakers do truly believe in Kessler as their center of the future, the momentum for them to land their guy has quickly shifted in their favor. The Jazz's 24-year-old Walker Kessler has been at the forefront of Lakers-related rumors since this past season's trade deadline, and for good reason. After the Lakers' league-shattering acquisition of Doncic via trade from the Dallas Mavericks last season, Kessler immediately became one of the franchise's most coveted targets due to his incredible skill set as a screener, lob catcher, and awesome rim deterrent on the defensive end. In 2024-25, Kessler contributed 11.1 points, 12.2 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks while shooting 66.3% from the field in 58 appearances for the Jazz. Kessler's core abilities appear to be a perfect match for a playmaker of Doncic's caliber, and Pelinka may even still favor a trade to land the 7-foot center to start in place of Ayton. That way, the Lakers would boast a trio of solid fits for their generational talent in Kessler, Ayton, and ex-New Orleans Pelicans high-flyer Jackson Hayes. LeBron James will miss a few weeks due to a sciatica injury, so he will not play in the season opener. The Los Angeles Lakers were supposed to start the season strong, but one of their star players is sidelined, so Luka Doncic will be their sole active superstar. 3 studs from Lakers preseason win over Warriors on Sunday. The Los Angeles Lakers got their first win of the 2025-26 preseason in 3 tries when they downed the Golden State Warriors 126-116 on Sunday at Crypto.com Arena. They were without LeBron James and Luka Doncic once again, but the rest of the team did a much better job on both ends of the floor than they did in their first 2 contests last weekend. Los Angeles shot 53.8% from the field and hit 12 of its 27 three-point attempts while dishing out a solid 28 assists. While its defense wasn't clean, the Warriors shot 52.2% overall. It did hold Golden State to just 46 points in the first half. In particular, 3 players stood out on Sunday for the Lakers. Austin Reaves. Reaves had an efficient 20 points in 21 minutes in his first preseason game before sitting out last Sunday's contest. This Sunday, he looked sharp once again. He had 21 points on 7 of 10 overall shooting and 3 assists in 23 minutes, although he did commit 5 of the Lakers' 22 turnovers. In the third quarter, he appeared to tweak his ankle and knee and sat out the rest of the game. DeAndre Ayton. It looks like Ayton's stated desire to be an impact player on the defensive end is pretty sincere. Against the Warriors, the 7-footer was active defensively, both in the paint and on the perimeter, and he came up with 2 steals and 1 block in 26 minutes. He did his usual thing offensively by going 6 of 8 from the field and scoring 14 points, largely on mid-range jumpers, and he also grabbed 8 rebounds and even dealt out 5 assists. Ayton is on his way to drastically changing the complexion of this team compared to the second half of last season, when it had to go with Jackson Hayes at the starting center spot. Rui Hachimura. Hachimura is one man who will need to step up offensively with LeBron James expected to miss at least 3 weeks of action due to sciatica. On Sunday, he made 6 of his 10 shot attempts and went 3 of 4 from three-point range to score 16 points in 27 minutes. He did a fairly good job of mixing up his shot variety. Look for the Lakers to go to him a little more in ISO situations as long as James is unable to play, especially once the regular season starts. Lakers beat Warriors at home to earn first preseason victory. The Los Angeles Lakers played their third of 6 preseason games on Sunday night, hosting the Golden State Warriors at Crypto.com Arena. Both teams were missing key players as Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Marcus Smart, Stephen Curry, and Jimmy Butler were among those that sat out. The Lakers had a week's worth of practice since their last preseason game though and at showing at this one, earning a 126-116 victory. Austin Reeves was one of the stars that did play and he got off to a hot start with 5 straight points to begin the game. DeAndre Ayton was also involved offensively early, making his first toe shots to give the Lakers a lead. Reeves and Ayton were making an impact on both ends of the floor, and Rui Hachimura got in on the action with 10 quick points. The bench continued the scoring outburst to end the first quarter with Gabe Vincent, Jake LaRavia, and Jackson Hayes getting involved, giving LA a 30-24 lead. It was more Reeves to begin the second quarter as he had 5 straight points to increase the lead to double digits and force a Warriors timeout. Dalton Knecht, who got a rare start in this one, was also getting going offensively by getting to the free throw line. The Lakers built a lead up to 21 with their defensive activity. The Warriors went on a run to cut it to 14 late in the first half, although Reeves was fouled on a triple at the buzzer and made 3 free throws to give LA a 63-46 lead at the break. Reeves picked up where he left off to begin the third quarter, although he then bumped knees and rolled his ankle and was forced to come out of the game. The scoring opened up for both sides in the third quarter with minimal defense being played. Brandon Podziemski got hot to keep the Warriors close, although LaRavia and Knecht answered to keep the Lakers in front. A Golden State run cut the LA lead to 90-85 at the end of the third quarter, but Bronny James found Hayes for a nice lob to begin the fourth. James was in attack mode, driving to the basket and getting to the free throw line to get the lead back to double digits. From there, Exhibit 10 players like R.J. Davis and Nate Williams and two-way guard Nick Smith Jr. were able to close out the win. J.J. Redick claims Dalton Knecht was LA Lakers' best defensive player in training camp. J.J. Redick spoke to reporters after the LA Lakers' first preseason win. When discussing the team's preparation and training camp, the second-year head coach shared some interesting information. According to Redick, Dalton Knecht was the player who had the best defensive training camp, as he scored 42 points more than every other star while shooting at about 60% from the field. However, for all his success, Redick believed that Knecht's ceiling would depend on how he performs defensively on a nightly basis. I thought he let the game come to him offensively. Did some nice things in transition, got to the free throw line. His ceiling is going to be based on his improvement this season as a defender. He's a big-time threat and a big-time player. He's made improvements. But that's ultimately what the ceiling is going to be for him. He's had offensively the best of any person on our team in camp. We've tracked everything. He's literally the leading scorer in live play by like 42 points. He earned an opportunity in the starting lineup tonight. Our conversations all summer and all preseason, this is a year of development for him. What that looks like, it's gotta be incremental. He has bought into that. Dalton Knecht must recover his value after poor 2025. Early in the 2024-25 NBA season, Dalton Knecht was on fire, putting up strong numbers on the bench and aiding the Lakers' poor three-point shooting. However, since the start of 2025, Knecht's performances have taken a massive dip. Despite this, Austin Reeves called Knecht the Lakers' breakout star for 2024-25. Things only got worse in the offseason, as Dalton Knecht performed poorly in the Summer League, leading many to wonder if his early success was a flash in the pan. J.J. Redick said Knecht was burnt out at Summer League, because he was working too hard during the offseason. Hopefully, Connect's success in training camp is a sign of things to come in the season. 3 Lakers could replace LeBron in starting lineup. With LeBron James set to miss the beginning of the season due to sciatica, one insider says 3 prominent names are prime candidates to replace him in the starting 5. 3 Lakers could replace LeBron in starting lineup. According to Forbes' Evan Sidery, the Lakers will decide between Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia, and Jared Vanderbilt for LA's final starting spot. One of them will get the nod to the first unit alongside Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. Candidate even with James in the lineup. But this could be an unexpected opportunity for Smart, a former notable starter with the Celtics, to redeem himself after 2 injury-riddled seasons. Smart appears ready to change the narrative heading into this season, as he's already made a great first impression on his teammates and head coach J.J. Redick. Reeves and Redick have cited Smart's defense, communication, and leadership as his most impressive attributes to begin training camp, tenets the Lakers will rely on throughout the season. With 3 offensive-minded players in Doncic, Reeves, and Hachimura, Smart could slide right in as a defensive pest who takes pressure off of those 3 and Ayton, able to guard multiple positions in different situations. That sort of versatility, coupled with his shooting and playmaking, makes Smart a solid choice for the Lakers starting lineup. Jake LaRavia. Many expect LaRavia to have a big year for his hometown team, and what better way to do so than earn a starting spot with the Lakers? The 6 feet 8 inches wing fills a crucial role as a 3-and-D wing, and he has shown off those abilities and more throughout preseason. He most recently recorded 10 points and 3 assists in LA's loss to the Warriors on Sunday, displaying a nice blend of finishing and playmaking with the physicality to boot. Though LaRavia admitted that he's already pretty comfortable in his role thus far, the Lakers could push him into the starting 5 given how his skill set could complement the rest of the team's key players, not to mention the ample opportunities for growth with high-caliber veterans. Despite his flashes of potential, consistency on both ends will be vital for the 4th-year wing. LaRavia will have plenty of chances to prove himself throughout the year, but opening the season as a starter could be an excellent first step toward a breakout campaign. Jared Vanderbilt. The final candidate is no stranger to Lakers Nation, considering his hard-nosed perimeter defense and willingness to stop opposing stars. Vanderbilt, like Smart, is due for a redemption year after injuries affected his last 2 seasons. Redick raved about Vanderbilt's offseason growth on Sunday, a process that's included a physical transformation and a smoother 3-point shot. People are gonna earn minutes. I think that goes for everybody. I've been very impressed by just the amount of work that he's done this summer on his game. And obviously his body is significantly better than this time last year or even when the season ended. He's moving better, his handle is tighter. I've never, ever seen him make a Eurodecil finish. It's good, he's been working on his game and the shot is sort of the big thing with him. If he can be a consistent 3-point shooter for us, that unlocks a lot. At 6 feet 8 inches, Vondo's ability to defend all 5 positions unlocks a major advantage for the Lakers starting unit. If he can bring that effort with an improved defensive game, especially being fully healthy, he could very well be the favorite to join LA's first 5. J.J. Redick breaks down DeAndre Ayton's role. DeAndre Ayton could be the most impactful addition the Los Angeles Lakers made this offseason as they desperately needed a big man in the middle of the floor. The big man may have been bought out by the Portland Trail Blazers, but he represented the highest upside center in free agency. Through 2 preseason games, Ayton has yet to get going offensively, though defensively he looks great. Austin Reeves admitted the Lakers need to find ways to get Ayton the basketball on offense, but that should come with more time and reps. As far as his role goes, head coach J.J. Redick broke down what he wants to see from Ayton via SiriusXM NBA radio. I think it's important for him to touch the basketball because we're going to ask a lot of him as a screener and a rim runner and the anchor of our defense, so there has to be some level of freedom. We've had 4 practices, we haven't talked about shot selection or what we're trying to get. It's hard when your 2 best players are not on the floor. AR of course didn't play the other night. I think as we get through the next I guess it's 15 days now before we play our first game, everybody's roles and responsibilities will be clearly defined. I think for all our bigs their ability to put pressure on the rim as a runner and as a lob threat is really important. And with DeAndre he gives us something that we didn't have last year post-trade, which is if teams do go to Reds switches, he historically, and we've seen it in practice, he historically has been great at punishing smaller defenders at the front of the rim. Head coaches understand that to get bigs to do the dirty work they need to feel involved defensively, so it sounds like Ayton will have his chances to score. Defensively, the 27-year-old doesn't have a reputation around the league for being a positive factor on that end, though he is determined to quiet those critics. DeAndre Ayton may force Lakers to make gut-wrenching decision. Rui Hachimura and DeAndre Ayton look to be incompatible in the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. The preseason is all about the takeaways that can be learned, which will help a team during the long haul of the regular season and the NBA playoffs. For the Los Angeles Lakers, one that is quickly starting to show itself would be that DeAndre Ayton and Rui Hachimura do not look like a good match. In particular, the focus here falls on the defensive end of the basketball court. J.J. Redick has shifted his schemes towards more drop coverage to benefit Ayton's role. That adjustment has quickly paid dividends for the Lakers center. It hasn't for Hachimura. The Lakers forward was far more suited to the defensive scheme last season that involved plenty of switching. The early returns of his impact in the new coverages is just not being felt in a positive way. Redick can work around this by switching up how the Lakers operate when Ayton sits. Jackson Hayes offers more mobility at the center spot, which would allow the head coach a needed change of pace. For Hachimura, that could mean his best opportunity to be a difference maker would come off the bench in 2025-26. Rui Hachimura could become the odd man out in the Lakers' new rotation. The issues surrounding the defensive tactics for the Lakers were brought up during a recent Q&A on Buha's block. The Lakers reporter was asked about what style on that end fit the team best, sharing similar feelings on the matter in his response. Buha said, "The shift to more drop coverage, to me, suits this group more, at least the starting group. DeAndre Ayton is more of a drop big. This is the main reason why I think Marcus Smart, and now potentially Vondo, Jared Vanderbilt, rather start." The host of Buha's block thought Hachimura's strengths on the defensive end did not come in areas like getting around screens, sticking with your man, and having a certain level of awareness. The problem is the Lakers would need those aspects to be good when playing more drop coverage. If Hachimura were to move back to the bench full-time, that would not be a demotion. There is no doubt the 27-year-old would still receive a bulk of minutes, whether it be as a starter or a sixth man. There is a good chance Hachimura sticks in the starting lineup in the immediate future, due to the LeBron James injury that is expected to keep him out for 3 to 4 weeks. Once James eventually returns, the Lakers will have to make their judgment call on the sharpshooting forward.